Alright guys, welcome back to 𝖩force Gaming, and I know today this is a very impromptu video, but a lot of you guys had actually been asking me, alright, how I managed to gain weight in the last 2 years. So if you guys have watched my previous two videos, my previous video from my old videos, alright, that was probably 2 years old, and you guys can see the difference that last time I was severely underweight and now I am decent weight. Alright, and a lot of people has been DMing me, asking me to make a video for over a year, which I reluctant to do it. Alright, so today I decided to do it for you guys. Alright, so and in the video title, why do I specifically describe how I gain weight, as a Singaporean or as a Southeast Asian. Alright, so this today I'm going to share with you guys how I actually gain weight. Alright, and my ways of gaining weight, alright, and actually for the past 22 years of my life, okay, not really 22 years, probably like for the past probably like 15 years of my life, alright, I am very I don't really like my body because I was severely underweight. Alright, you guys can see a few pictures right here, which I was for my height, because I'm 6'1", alright, I was 55 kg about 2 years ago, which was under the severely underweight category. Alright, and now, alright, after 2 years, I am right now I think I'm currently weighing at 93 kg. Alright, and yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys my ways on how I managed to gain weight as a Southeast Asian. Alright, so I have been actually for the past 15 years I've been trying different ways, alright, reading all kinds of articles, alright, and watching various multiple YouTube videos on how to gain weight and such, which really I've tried every single one of it, alright, and there's to no avail, alright. And so yeah, so you guys have been following all these other people like saying eat more, or you have to work out, you have to eat mass gainer, so on and so forth. I try every single way, but it doesn't work for me. Alright, I'm still staying at the same weight, alright, and there's no increment, so I'm very disappointed with it. Alright, until I realize something needs to be done. Alright, there's no way. I always blame my high metabolism rate, or that could probably be one of it, and probably my height is a bit hard to gain weight. But if I've been to almost every Southeast Asian country like Thailand, Singapore, or basically that's my country, like Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, whatever you name it, alright, I have been to, and I've in fact during some time I was traveling there, I have never seen a single person that is actually obese. Alright, the obesity rate in Southeast Asian is about 2% of the population, so the remaining 98% are either underweight or severely underweight, so which I'm one of them. So which 2 years ago I was part of the 98% who is either underweight or severely underweight. So yeah, so let's just talk about how I managed to gain almost 30 plus kg, alright, in the past 2 years. Alright, a lot of people has been talking about how to lose weight, many ways to lose weight, but a lot of people have been neglecting this main factor, which is gaining weight. Alright, and most YouTube videos where they do like how to gain weight videos, right, are mostly based in the US or the Europe side. They never really talk about Asian, because Asian we have a really different culture and the food we eat are totally different. Alright, so let's talk about the eating more. Alright, so eating more. Alright, so I have last time I always listen to people say eat more. Well, in fact, I did actually eat more. I eat probably like, usually it's like 3 meals, right? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. But I up to like 4 or 5 meals, right? And each of the meals I usually call for bigger portions. But well, as you know, answer, it doesn't work. Alright, so I even like 5 meals with bigger portion, I still not gaining weight. Alright, so this is the thing that I am stuck with, and I know a lot of you guys have been stuck with as well. Alright, you guys have been eating a lot but don't seem to see any progress. So so this is one of the main factors, and that's why I say in my title as a Southeast Asian. As an Asian, we usually, most of the food that you see in Asia, alright, the calories are about ranges from about 400 calories to the most I've seen is about 800 calories per meal. Alright, and that is really insufficient for weight gain. Alright, let's take for example, if you want to eat every meal, alright, 3 meals a day, alright, for breakfast, lunch and dinner, which let's say if you were to eat the most amount of calories meal, the 800 calories meal, that totals up to only 2,400 calories. Alright, so for a man to gain weight, alright, or even to gain 0.5 kg or 1 kg per week, alright, you got to eat at a calorie surplus, which basically you for an average man is about 2,800 calories to 3,500 calories. Alright, but for me, because I am slightly taller, alright, when I use the fitness calculator, I need about 3,500 calories to gain about 1 kg per week or bi-weekly. So yeah, if you eat, in fact, you eat 3 meals a day, which the biggest portion, about 800 calories, you still won't gain weight. Alright, so let's say if you're up to 4 meals a day, alright, that is possibly, but in most Asian countries, it's very hard to find a meal that is 800 calories. Alright, so if you see all these calories, all this Asian meal right up here, alright, all these are pretty much common Asian meals, and the averages about 500 calories, or some even way less. Alright, and this kind of meals, alright, well, do have a bit of meat inside, but it's not enough protein for the overall, you know, if you want to gain weight, you want to build more muscles, alright, although there is meat, but it's way lesser. Alright, a lot of people recommend about 1.8 or 1.6 or 1.5 or, you know, 2 grams per pound of body weight, alright, to build muscle, and this, which in typical Asian meal, even if you 4-5 meals of the same meal and such, there's not enough protein for your body as well. So this is one of the problems that I found in all the Asian meals. There's you know, compared to the US, where you get like steak, chicken chop and such, which contains insufficient protein and enough calories. Let's say we do have in Singapore, we do have Shake Shack, alright, and Shake Shack, when I use the calorie counter, alright, one meal of my Shake Shack meal is about 2,000 calories. So that's just one meal compared. So in the US, it's very easy to gain weight. As you can see, that's why it's so easy for them to, you know, have so many obesity compared to in Asia. So yeah, meal is one of the problems. Alright, let's talk about the second problems, which is people ask you to work out. Alright, but there's one thing, because workout equals to you know, weight loss, because, you know, when you work out, you sweat and you lose weight. Alright, that's one thing I try to avoid most of the time. So I just try to eat food. Alright, and in fact, I add on mass gainer into my meals, but I did not work out. Alright, so I did gain weight. Alright, like 3-4 kg. Alright, but it's not gain weight at a rapid rate, and sometimes I just lose weight. I have no idea why, although I've been eating a lot, eating mass gainer, alright, but not working out. Alright, I have no idea how this works, but it just works like magic. Alright, so you have to eat a lot, and you have to work out. It's a must to work out for you to gain weight. Alright, so once I implement eating enough calories and enough protein and start working out, alright, you can start any workout, you know, bicep curls or whatever you see online, where they teach you how to start a workout and such. Alright, you can learn from them, and yeah, from that onwards, I actually gain weight at a very rapid pace. Alright, so I think within about 3 months time, I gained about 15 kg. Alright, while eating enough protein, enough calories, and working out sufficiently to actually gain weight. And this actually requires a lot of determination as well. Alright, it's not about like just you know, you probably work out today, you don't work out tomorrow, or you eat a lot more today, like you have a buffet today, and tomorrow you just, you know, eat way less. It doesn't work this way. You have to constantly eat a lot, which factor in the third thing, which is cost. Alright, so if you guys, you know, ask you, well, eat 5-6 meals a day, but it's pretty impractical. Cost basically your monthly expenses on food is gonna be cost over $200-300. So these are the few types of meals that I would recommend you guys to eat. Alright, if you're on a budget. So what you guys can eat is probably, I would recommend fast food. Alright, a lot of people don't recommend fast food because it's unhealthy and so on. But if you are underweight, alright, and if you are skinny, alright, fast food is like the cheapest option you can get, which does have a lot of calories, especially KFC, because you get a lot of protein from it, and it's fried, so it has a lot of chicken, so it's got a lot of protein and calories as well. And another thing I would recommend is actually mass gainer. Alright, although mass gainer are expensive, but you can be used to replace a meal. It's not really recommended by a lot of people, but if you're on a budget, alright, if you count, because like maybe one mass gainer probably costs $70, but it can have a lot of servings. up to 20-30 servings if you would factor in like probably how many scoops, alright, for how many calories. So it's way better if you will use, but best if you can eat food and eat mass gainer at the same time, because mass gainer, I recommend mass gainer because they also have a lot of protein inside as well, right? They probably have 80 grams of protein with, when you drink one cup, it's about 1,200 or 1,000 plus calories with 80 grams plus of protein, so it's very worth it. Alright, and it's very good for weight gain as well. Alright, so yeah, these are the different ways that I managed to do it. Alright, and this video is generally not about talking like, you know, how you can be buff, you can lose good, looks muscular. This is not really a video on that. Alright, it's mainly a video how you guys can gain weight as a Southeast Asian or a Singaporean. Alright, mainly the main factor is the food itself, and I find food is the most important in about gaining weight. Alright, and because I'm born Southeast Asian, alright, and I was a Singaporean myself, my grandma used to feed me like a lot of vegetables, so I love vegetables, and I don't really like meat because it's dry. But sometimes I still have to force myself to eat. So every day you have to be consistent and go to the gym. If you are not comfortable going to the gym because you look skinny, and for me, I have never went to a gym. Alright, I have home equipment, so just buy some home equipment and use it at home. So for the past 2 years, I've been working out at home for 6 days a week and 1 day of rest. Alright, training bicep, triceps, chest, whatever you guys can think of. Alright, and yeah, so you guys can also. So my goal is to look good in shirt. Alright, my goal is not to look very muscular. Alright, well, and once you wear on shirt, you look good, and also probably can also gain some muscle at the same time. Alright, so yeah, it's a good thing if you guys want to try my way to gain weight. So I'm just gonna talk about my schedule. Alright, so every day I'll make sure I will hit as close as 3,500 calories and as close as enough protein. Alright, from the app, you can use any app or any calculator online to say how many protein you need, how many calories you need. You know, just put in your height and weight and whatever, your gender and such, they will come up with those. I'll try to hit as close as that. And some days if I didn't hit it, alright, I'll just eat some instant noodles to hit it. There are also some chips and such, alright, just to hit my calorie intake. Alright, and yeah, and work out 6 days a week. Alright, and you'll start to see progress and you will start to love it. Alright, you will start to see progress about 1 month or about 3 weeks in. Some may take even longer than 1 month, but don't give up. Just be consistent every day. It's about self-discipline, and if you really want to change the way you look, it's about your mentality. Alright, so yeah, and then after that, after I work out, I will drink a mass gainer. So you guys find today's video helpful? Let me know in the comment section as well. Give it a like. Alright, and you guys want more, like probably want to know more about my workout schedule and such, alright, you guys can let me know in the comment section as well. Alright, so without further ado, this is 𝖩 Gaming. I hope you guys have learned something from me, alright, and start to change the way you live. And yeah, I hope this answers to all the questions that you guys have. Alright, has been asking me for the past 1 year on my YouTube channel in the comments. Alright, and yeah, happy to make this video for you guys, and happy weight gaining, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
I don't wanna cry.